Hello and welcome to the FTC Robotics Programming Tutorial Series. My name is Cayden Codel and I'm a programmer for Team 7617 Elemental Fusion. And I'm a junior in high school. Today's video is going to cover Java as a programming language and how it's structured, its function, and why it is such a universal programming language. So Java looks kind of like this. Now, a lot of the programs are going to be very specific, and we're not going to be writing anything that looks exactly like this, but many of the same concepts do apply. Now, you may have noticed that Java looks surprisingly like English. You can see that there are several words on there that are directly English. And that is because Java is a high-level programming language. And when I say high-level, that means it is far removed from what machines can understand. So in this diagram, you see that hardware is what the machines run, and machines understand, or computers understand, machine language, which is a series of zeros and ones that the machine uses to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All the things on the screen and the stuff it does off the screen is done using those operands. Now, assembly is something that is just a few letters for each command and can be compiled directly to machine language, and this is very quick. However, it is very difficult to program in assembly language because it is so far removed from English. So the higher levels you get, the closer to English it gets, but the farther away from machine language it gets. So eventually a middleman called a compiler needs to help, and compilers change the English into machine language. And although this takes a little bit longer time, it does let the program get run. Now, as you can see on the top, Fortran and C are one of your higher level languages, and they were very popular. C is used in many Microsoft applications, but what we will be discussing in this series is Java. And Java may be on the very top because not only does it have a compiler, but it also has a virtual machine. And this is why Java is so universal. Now, what is a virtual machine? A virtual machine interprets bytecode, and as you can see in the diagram here, the source code that programmers write is compiled by the Java compiler into bytecode. That bytecode is interpreted by the virtual machine, and the virtual machine converses directly to the OS. What makes Java such a universal language is you can download the virtual machine and the compiler onto any computer and run the program, and it'll run fine without tailoring it specifically to that computer's OS. Now, although this makes it very universal, it does make it slower as compared to lower level languages. Now, Java programs can be edited straight from a terminal or from the file. However, this does not catch a lot of errors that programmers make, like spelling errors and logic errors. So instead, programmers have created these things called IDEs, or integrated development environments. The IDEs that I'll be using in this series are Eclipse, which is on the left, and Android Studio, which is on the right. Now, the Android Studio contains the FTC Robot Controller application that we'll be editing directly, whereas Eclipse is more for the pure Java topics that I'll be covering early on in the series. Once again, email me if you have any questions throughout the series. In the next few videos, we're going to cover several pure Java topics. So thank you for listening, and I hope you found this video helpful.